Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bahay Perlas Live. And tonight, it's still another Case Corner. Yeah, a night of stars. If you don't know me, I am Special K, and I am one half of a drag duo based here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Yes. Bahay Perlas, drag duo, one half. My other half, Lady Fortuna, is still on drag sabbatical, her little dramatical, but she'll be back real soon, sooner than you think. But tonight, we are 100% Case Corner, a night of stars. I started Case Corner not because I was just by myself, because Fortuna is on her sabbatical, but because I wanted to highlight and interview some of the most interesting people that I can think of. And to me, who's interesting are Filipino artists who are killing it in their own respective games. Yes, sis. And 2 weeks ago, for the first rendition of Case Corner, we highlighted and interviewed three amazing, amazing individuals. And that was our beauty themed episode. You know, we talked to Adrian and Plow and Ken, and it was amazing. But tonight, it's all about performers, honey. Stars. Yana. People on stage. Yes. People who, honestly, like, I'm so jealous of these people because they're so, like, amazing. Like, self-love, yes, but also, like, the love I have for these people and their amazing talent is like, hello, they can do things that I can only dream of doing. Let's just say that. Okay? That's my little spiel about Case Corner. Before we get on with the show, I just want to talk about this look. Honey, come on. Nails. Still the nails from last week because I got them done because I am not about that. Not about that fake nail life. No, I am. But I'm just lazy. I'm so lazy. Hence, the no wig look today, inspired by Miss Joey J herself. Joey J is gay. Hi, hello, how are you? No wig look. Yeah. Ew. And of course, I was like, what would pair well with a no wig look? Girl, a leather jacket with stars, because it's a night with stars. Oh my God, that banner is going to keep popping up to this whole night. Stars. That is our theme for the night. Ooh, just a little jewelry for tonight too. Just for some sparkle, you know, like we all need a little sparkle in our lives. I gotta calm down. I'm like so excited for this episode. It's just like with Kay's Corner, I'm always like channeling my inner Oprah and like let's dive deep with these guests, you know. Not too deep. I'm not Oprah, like not too deep. Just a little oh my god, I look like a gay greaser. Oh, look at her. Anyways, oh my gosh. Loves it. Loves it, loves it, loves it, loves it, loves it, loves it. I feel like it's enough talking from me, you know? And I feel like we should get on with the show. How about that? I have 3 amazing guests tonight. And the first guest is like, Maribeth Tabanera, aka KILUSAN, is a queer Filipinx femme multidisciplinary artist, educator, and activist. They are a lifelong learner, has focused their energy on diving deeply into their passions of dance, music, education, social justice, and community building. Maribeth holds a graphic design diploma, Bachelor of Art, Industrial Art Technology Teacher Education Diploma, and Bachelor's of Education. Woo! That's a lot, sis. She's awesome. I first met her. Hello, Maribeth.
Amazing. Yes.
Yes. Hello. How are you?
So good.
Oh my gosh. I was just saying that I was first introduced and first met you during my drag class at Prairie Theater Exchange. When you like had a little
Vogue class.
Yeah, a little Vogue class at the end of her class, and I was like,
Oh, that was amazing. I was thinking about it the other day, how awesome of an opportunity that was for people to be able to take part in. So, who did I run into? I think I ran into Vita Lamore, and
yes,
it was like, we're teaching a drag course. I'm like, I love to teach them how to do some Vogue. Like that would be so awesome. And I'm happy I got to go. I wish we could have done longer or more classes.
Right? It was way too short of a time. I was like, we need a full day. We need a full day of this. I love it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was when I first met you, and I was like, this is amazing. Like, you're amazing. Like, I'm just like this whole night, I'm just gonna be gushing over everyone because I'm just like, I just love y'all's talent. Talent. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. This first question I'm so curious about, and I'm like, I need to know. I'm like, where did your like DJ name or artist name KILUSAN come from?
Yeah. I guess I'll tell you the long version of the story.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Originally, when I started to battle in street style, like all style battles, I needed like a alias. And my best friend Bacho like totally gave me this amazing nickname, which actually wasn't KILUSAN at the time. We were just joking around, and my last name is Tabanera, so she called me Twerkanera, and I went by Twerkanera for many many years. And
Yes.
fun, and yeah, and then it kind of got to a point where like because I was doing different styles training, not just like hip hop but like breaking I've been doing for a long time, obviously Vogue, and training in other styles like Afrobeat and dance hall and whacking, and yeah, like so like I started to travel outside of the city to battle and to train, and like bumping into the community, and like some people were like, who's Twerkanera? And like, because some people were like thinking like, oh, is that a girl that just twerks? Oh no, like I don't want that to be like what people think. So like I think I'm ready for a new name. So I was thinking about like I obviously want the name to be like meaningful to me. So I was thinking, oh, something in Tagalog, maybe something that explains myself. And yeah, I ended up picking Kilusan because obviously I'm addicted to moving. I've always been as a young person. Growing up, I was running around the house, dancing in the living room, and just like endless endless energy. And then movement also like because that is the translation is like Kilusan, but another translation of that word is like the movement of a person, the social movement, the social movement of a group, and like for me, always fighting to attain social justice has always been one of my values in like the work that I do. So I said, oh, I think this is the one. So that's why I chose my name.
I love that. Ah, it's such a fitting name too, because yeah, like as a dancer, like you like I love the double meaning of it. I love double meaning names. Yes. Like I know it was your birthday just a few weeks ago. Belated happy birthday.
Thank you. 33 and feeling free.
Yes. Ah. Did you ever think when you were a kid that your career would be in the arts? Like, yeah.
I honestly I knew that I liked it, but I never really gave it a serious consideration. Maybe the first time I really considered doing things in the arts was maybe like towards the end of high school. Like I was always like doing performing arts and also a creative. Like I did graphic design at Tech Walk, and at that point I was like, maybe I'll be a graphic designer, right? And I didn't even consider really like dance being like the thing that I wanted to do because the dancing that I wanted to do wasn't really being featured in the city in a way that was like you could have a sustainable future, right? And so I don't think, and then even in university, I was still kind of trying to figure out like what was my lane. That's going to be like, and you maybe like for sure going to be a teacher, but I'm like, what am I going to teach? And yeah, and then I was like, maybe I'll be an art curator, and then I loved the history of art courses that I took, and then I just kept dancing. That was my number one thing. Is like I just never wanted to stop creating and dancing specifically. And so I really gave an effort to continue that throughout my academic studies and then eventually it became, decided to become a teacher. And then, yeah, like going back and forth from like maintaining your artistic practice and then also like pursuing your studies is a lot. It's hard work, and sometimes I had to get focus my energy on a different thing. So I really I'm glad that I was able to finish my degree, and I love my teaching, and I love the community I work with. And even within the first few years of me teaching, I was just really focusing on doing the best that I can for the kids, for myself. And but I was still grinding, still practicing. And I was able to get to a point when I was working as a professional teacher to like finally free up some time in the evenings to like really hone in on my practice as an artist and start really like offering different things other than just me teaching. And then, yeah, like I guess, yeah, growing up, I wouldn't say that I was like, I'm going to be like a full, like, I'm going to be full-time artist. I don't know that if that was something that was really in my head. Growing up, I didn't even really see like Filipinx people in the
Yeah.
community really pursuing artistic work at I guess a professional level. I didn't really have mentors that I could really look up to. When I got older, like for sure, like Boob Jester, Bob Barula working at Gap, Pat, like those were once I was in that space, then it was finally I saw people who look like me who were interested in the things that I was interested in professional roles. So yeah.
That was one of the things that like I wanted to kind of highlight too with Case Corner is like, yeah, being Filipinx artist in this space is like I wanted to talk to more people who are in this industry, and I wanted to hear their experiences and how they got there, because growing up it was very hard to find like a role model or anybody to like look up to, or even just to see like if you wanted to be that, growing up. So
Mhm.
I love that journey. I love it.
And now we can be the people for those young people now, right? And show them that they can pursue whatever they want, whatever it
Exactly. Speaking of the youngins, what is your favorite part of being an educator and working with younger age groups?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just the constant energy and inspiration that they bring every day. Like, they are truly like every generation is going to be truly better than the next. And even if you just look at specifically the accepting of, the LGBTQ like plus community, like
Yes.
they're so progressive and they're just so, and like, yeah, and they just inspire me. And like, or like I had a student the other year who made a magazine about their identity as being like, yeah, Filipina, and like dissecting it and looking at sort of the challenges that we really are we face as a colonized people, and like really breaking down some very high level, very like yeah, like self actualization kind of topics that, we are just beginning to crack open in the community. And so, yeah, they just provide me with so much inspiration. I learned so much from them. And yeah, they keep me young, but I also.
Yeah, like I was like, my coworkers, they have children and they talk about how like what children do, and I'm like, oh my god, like the younger generation is like, what's the word, like progressive
Yeah,
progressive, but
impressive.
like
Sure.
cliche, but the children are the future, like ah yes.
True.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I feel old, but yeah, they they are.
Oh my goodness.
Right. uh, with lots of years of experience being a street style dancer, do you still find yourself learning something new every day? And what kinds of things are you learning about in like the street style dance culture nowadays?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's yeah, being a street style dancer, you could spend your whole lifetime learning and you would still not have learned it all, because yeah, it's just the culture is so deep and it's so vast. And um yeah, like I being in isolation this year has also been like incredibly like insightful. And um it's given me an opportunity to really hone my practice in a way that's like never really happened. Like, I was doing a lot like before the March 2020. So yeah, as a freestyle dancer, one of the foundational things is a dedication to self-practice and self-discipline, and pushing yourself to to higher heights. Always, there's always, or to just different areas you never thought before. And then also, like, to hold yourself accountable, especially this last year, to be able to like maintain your discipline and your strength and your knowledge, and to always keep seeking. And then also, like, like learning from as many people as you can. I know recently I've been feeling a lot like it's been pretty hard for me to get myself to like dance classes in person. Like they have been happening lately, but like dancing with masks is just so difficult. Like it truly is. It's not the same. And so like and so I actually went to one on Friday. I went to, not as like, I guess, like I went to a salsa dance class with my friend Jetty who taught, and it was just like,
I see.
like it makes me feel, I don't know. Yeah, there's always something new that you learn about yourself, whether it's like an actual physical movement, or if it's an idea, or if it's like a mind state, or if it's like you learn something about yourself where you can like release something and be free. Like it's so beautiful, like to be able to practice that style of artistic performance. And so I don't know
Like,
if that's your question, but like
I feel like this year, like this past year, it was very easy to be like stagnant or just like not do anything. But also, it was a big time for people to explore and to try new things that they haven't tried before. I mean, I was born this year, so not all good things come out of the pandemic. Like, clearly. I'm kidding.
No, your beauty and grace.
But I think it's a perfect time to show a little clip of your work, you know?
Okay.
So let's show the audience. Roll a tape.
Good on the show. Y'all are crazy. So
Gorge Festival was amazing.
yeah,
Like, that was
so much fun.
so fun. So fun to watch.
That's my crew boss.
Ooh.
Yeah. Standing in party at Tallest. I missed everyone there. As a Filipinx
Cabaret.
cabaret.
Oh.
It's a great night. Yeah. Yeah. Being in community, that's one of my favorite things. One of the things that really brings me lots of joy and feels this is in Montreal with Queen's Creation, and then this is the backstage shot at Begonia's Fear video we filmed at Wheelies.
Wow. Queen. Queen. Ah. I love those shots. Like, I noticed this. Okay. You're all over social media. Like I love it. No, I love it. And I'm like, Fortuna and I are always like, we need to like watch everything she's on. And she's like, she's on everything. Like, and we love it. And we're like, like, during this, like, I guess, during the pandemic, like, everybody like leaned on the internet and social media so much more. And I feel like you really like honed in on that and really like, you really like learn to use the platform to your advantage. So like, like, did you how was your experience during the pandemic and like using social media for your craft?
Yeah. I mean, I've really always been super into using technology. I mean, that's why I ended up doing graphic design in high school. And so expressing myself visually has been one of my most favorite things to do for a long, long time. And so, um, yeah, when the pandemic happened, like, I live alone, so like social media is such a great way, yeah, to feel connected. And so, it was a really confusing time when we went into lockdown. And so kind of seeing where people were at and what they were using social media for was interesting to me. Like, of course, some people were using it for like posting questions about what they have or concerns or, like really serious things that were happening. But then also trying to, find some joy in that time as well. And like and then I started seeing some of my favorite DJs starting to do like live streams. And for me, I was like, whoa, that's really interesting, because now we're all like on a level playing field. Like at that time I felt like the world had stopped, so everyone was just at home. And me growing up like as an only child, like I know what that feeling of loneliness is like sometimes. And how, like, yeah, like for me, a person like me who really needs that sense of community, I was like, you know what, let me just try to like do a live stream. Just like set myself up in my kitchen and play some tunes. Like,
Right?
I don't know, like I remember buying like a rig for my DJ gear maybe the day before we went into lockdown, because I was like, let me just, it's whatever, like a small purchase for, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. And then it was so great. Like the first time I went live, it was like I had people tuning in from California, my family, that I was like, oh, they've never seen me DJ before. And like my
Yeah.
godbrother in Japan like tuned in at the time, and like friends from all over the world. And then people here in the community, right? And so it was just so wonderful. And I said, okay, like, yeah, I'm definitely going to try this again, do this again. And yeah, I just been, and then I like how people are being creative with it, right? Like seeing, having an opportunity to get people to be in their like most intimate space, and to also like be able to share maybe something that's like so authentic. You couldn't even really get that in like the pre-pandemic world, like one of my favorite DJs, Easy Mo B, like would stream for 5 hours straight from Monday to, or like Tuesday to Sunday, of vinyl, like all vinyl music. Like I'm like, you would never really get to see that in real life anymore, no. So yeah, just trying to, I just thought, yeah, why not, let's do this, let's try this, because that's what creators do. We just like, sometimes we just have to take the leap of faith or jump, and like, and yeah, we just use our talent and skills and make new things out of it. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't.
But clearly, in your case, it lands because that format works so well for you, and it goes great with all the stuff that you do.
Yeah, it was good to like be able to be just like dance, or like, yeah, or just play some music, or yeah, or even have conversations with people. I feel like, yeah, these simple conversations are so like important, right? And to be able to share those moments with other people is like, yeah, to not just only see the media that's shown to us through mass media, but like, what are the people in the community doing? Like, how are they doing the things that they're doing? It's like gives so much insight for people. So yeah.
I just want to remind anyone who is watching, if you have any questions for KILUSAN, comment down below.
Yes.
Or on the side. I don't know. We're live on so many so many mediums. So drop a comment if you have any questions for KILUSAN that I haven't yet asked, because I am not Oprah.
But I love Oprah so much.
Yes, Oprah. Get us on a special, girl. Being a queer Filipino artist, do you find that representation do you find representation as a motivator to what you do?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
if
for
so,
sure. If so, why? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And like, I mean, I didn't really come out as like queer to the last few years, and really just only feeling like I'm stepping into its full power right now. And
yeah.
you know, one of the people that really inspired me was Kimordal. Like when I saw Kimordal perform at Pride Winnipeg a few years ago, I was just like, wow, like the the things that they were talking about was resonating with me on a way that I don't know. I think I've ever seen anything else resonate with me like that. And so it gave me, yeah, inspiration and confidence to continue to explore and learn and unlearn and like relearn and ask more questions and meet more queer folk that could kind of, yeah, just kind of help me understand myself more. And yeah, and even diving more deeply into, pre-colonial Filipino history really gave me a space to understand myself in a way that I don't think I would have, or given myself acceptance if I didn't understand, like, there were figures in our community that like occupied queer spaces, like babaylans who served as shamans, who were either queer folk or women, and that they were positioned in positions of power. Because that's always something that I always questioned growing up, like, why, in certain institutions like the Catholic Church, they have like
Yes.
no, at the time when I was growing up, they didn't have female altar servers. I always thought that was weird. Or like no female priests. And my mom would say, well, it is what it is, right? And I'm like, this is not good enough in
Yeah.
my like deepest souls and of me questioning and my curiosities. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, as a yeah, I guess it's been an incredible journey, and I'm still learning so much. And I'm just grateful to feel feel like I have like a good foundational base to like stand on now, of like understanding who I am, and it kind of gives me motivation to like continue to pursue things and projects, or learnings that are going to be beneficial for me, and also like the community as a whole, and also for especially for the queer young people that are coming up. So even the older generation, because they have lots to learn too, right?
Yes.
So
Education. Yes.
yeah, I mean that's it, right? It's like this process of decolonization that like um, we're very privileged to be able to practice, because our ancestors or elders maybe were really just surviving, just trying to make it, trying
Yeah.
to overcome the racism, the classism, the sexism, etc., etc., and just trying to provide us, their children, like a better life. So um yeah, just to hold like patience and lovingness to those folks that maybe still do have to learn a lot. And yeah, that's sort of going on my tangents anyways.
But I find that whole uh the like especially like the younger generation these days who are falling back into researching and going into their Filipino roots, like especially like pre-colonial Filipino roots. I find that so amazing that so many people these days are interested in that and are like learning that again, because that is one of the things that I think is so amazing to do, and I feel like it gives us a bigger picture of what our identity is as
Mhm.
Filipinos, not just the colonized Philippines, but
Mhm.
what our traditions were before that.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and it really gets us to address some of the really hard challenges that we face, right? Like
Yeah.
anti-blackness, like homophobia, like these hard topics that divide us as people, that make us have crab mentality, right? Like these are things that white supremacy have implanted into our cultural systems that we have to uproot and and yeah, and heal from. So yeah, it's a thing that we need to continue to do and continue to work on. And some
Mhm.
people are the people that are going to be light bearers and leaders and people who are going to be at the forefront, and some people are just be open to learning. um yeah, and then just yeah, to be patient with one another. Yeah, because this is lifetime work. This is not like
Yes.
gonna be solved in a decade. Like, so yeah.
Loves it. Okay.
Don't
I'm
cry.
like, huh. I'm like, I have my sponge ready, and I'm like, if I'm a crier. I am a crier. So I'm like trying to control my
This
emotions.
lighting is so dramatic, and I have like a spotlight going on because like the sun is setting. There's a so don't mind my spotlight. Ha ha ha. Okay.
Do you have anything upcoming that you would like to share with the people?
I don't know if I have anything upcoming. Well, I guess like upcoming wise, myself and the Gago brothers have been running sessions for a few months now. Last summer they did like summer sessions at the Fork Skate Park. So, now that the weather is getting nicer, if anyone wants to come and like dance, cipher, you don't have to be boy or be girl. If you just want to come and hang out, Sundays we're at the Fork Skate Park from 5 to 7, 7:30, 8. Sometimes I'll be DJing, sometimes I'll be dancing. Always open and and willing to teach. So I invite everyone to come and spend the day outside and breathe some fresh air. And yeah, I mean, there's some projects on the go. It's kind of still tentative, depending on
Yeah.
if grants come through. I'm really just excited to wrap up this year at work. It's been, a really challenging one, but also like there's been a lot of great things that have happened. Students have continued to learn, and I'm glad that I could be there to support them and like also still continue to connect my students with the awesome community. Um, and so, yeah, just like focusing on finishing this year strong, starting to plan for the next year. Um, yeah, I might be throwing some silent party events maybe in the future, socially distance and all that stuff. So once things kind of chill out again, and or I'm always up for anything really, to be honest, virtual or not. Like I'm flexible. I'm gonna be here as I guess a more solid thing that I'm doing. Next Saturday, I'm gonna be DJing with Iroll Festival. So I'm gonna be spinning dance hall, Afrobeat, reggae, Latin, probably a little bit of hip hop, probably a little bit of Filipino music as well. That's Saturday on the Iroll Fest Twitch, and oh sorry, not Twitch, Iroll Fest Mixcloud. And yeah, so that's next week from 8 to 10 p.m. CST. And yeah.
Perfect. So I believe everyone can follow you on Instagram at Maribeth.Tabanera and on Twitch at KILUSAN Productions.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Our Mixcloud,
Yes.
KILUSAN. You can listen to some tunes on there. So
I love to finish off an interview with two of the same questions. First, closer question. What makes you feel beautiful?
okay, like short answer, a long pair of eyelashes. I didn't wear one tonight. It was more natural, but honestly, just feeling happy, feeling at peace. That's like what makes me feel most beautiful.
And what makes you feel proud to be Filipino?
My the thing that makes me most proud is the love and the feeling of family. That's my most favorite thing about being Filipino. Familia.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, Maribeth. Thank you for taking the time.
Just
Have
like
a good night.
you get an exit like song. If not, I'm just gonna dance.
Yes. Stay
Thank you.
tuned.
Bye.
If you're just tuning in, we just finished our interview with Maribeth Tabanera, aka KILUSAN, and you're watching Bahay Perlas Live Case Corner, A Night of Stars. And we just finished with our first guest, Maribeth Tabanera. If you haven't yet, what are you doing? Follow us on social media. Instagram at Bahay Perlas, at Special KYWG, at The Only Lady Fortuna, at Unit Productions. Hey! Hello. This is, oh my gosh. Like, follow us, like, share, subscribe wherever you're watching. Let's take a moment to take this all in again. Next guest. Hiya! Next guest. Our next guest is Mark Dela Cruz. Is a Filipinx dance artist based out of Treaty 1 territory, known as Winnipeg, Canada, who immigrated halfway across the earth from his hometown, his barangay, Osmeña, Solano, Nueva Vizcaya, Philippines. For the last 2 seasons, Mark worked as a choreographer for a national registered charity called Outside Looking In. A graduate of the School of Contemporary Dancers, he's been able to deeply nourish and supplement his origins in street dance. Welcome to the show, Mark Dela Cruz. Hi!
Hi!
Hello! Welcome to the show.
Thank you. That was lit, by the way, with KILUSAN. I was laughing backstage the whole time.
Thank you.
Almost cried.
I have to keep the sponge on hand because
I have like tissue with me just in case. Ooh.
I love that everybody's like using natural light for their lighting, and I'm just here like, no, I need studio lighting. Give me the lights.
I lucked out having like a condo that's west facing us. I get to see the sunset every night. Oh, so privileged.
So when we were in pre-production of Case Corner and picking out our guests for this show, Lady Fortuna brought up your name, and I was like, why did I not think of you before? But also, I just want to ask, I feel you look so familiar, and I was like, I feel like I know you from like high school or something. Did you go to Sisler?
I went to Sisler.
I knew it. I freaking knew it. I was like, I feel like I have seen you in those huge ass halls. Too many kids, but you know.
I was hiding in the French side. Like we were on our own entire island back there.
I was in Andrew Minarski until grade 9, and then I went to Sisler for grade 10, and I was like, I pretty sure I saw you around when I was in grade 10.
Girl, that was a whole lifetime ago. I feel like a different person now. I was like so in the closet in high school, and now I'm just like queer as F. I was gonna swear, but yeah.
Oh my god. A little tea. When Fortuna was like pitching you for the show, she kept calling you Markiatsu.
Oh yeah.
And for the longest time, I thought that was your like your actual name. Like,
yeah, you're not the first. Everyone thinks that. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think that was his name.
I'm gonna give you the story on how that came to be. My name was Mark, and then I had like a group of high school nerd friends that love like animes and stuff. So my name actually comes from this anime called Anohana. Some guy was named like Yuki Yatsu and then just named myself Mark and then Yatsu. And it's like
I love
it's just
it.
like an anime thing. So
That's
yeah.
what Fortuna calls you. So that's that's. I think that's how she's gonna keep calling you.
It's a cute name,
Right?
Markyutsu. It sounds really nice too.
It does. It really does. You know. So, first question:
Ready?
how to get into dancing?
I've been okay. Real tea. I've been dancing my whole life. When I was a kid, my private school that I went to, they forced us to just dance for like every assembly. I have like this picture of me like in like a bright yellow attire. It was called like the Filipino duck dance or something. But yeah, like since I was a child, I've been forced to do like folk dances. So I've always been a dancer, but I actually didn't like dance until after high school. In high school, I did like dance classes at Sisler, and then after Sisler, they gave me a scholarship to the School of Contemporary Dancers. Yeah, cute. And then I just did contemporary dance till now. Like I've just took it and ran with it. And girl, I'm running so far with contemporary dance. I did not expect this, but like, thank God, whoever designed my life. So yeah, full on dancer.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Wait, how old were you when you moved to Canada?
I was 7 or 8 around that time. It was 2003. So yeah, I was born in 94. So if you do the math, I was 7 or 8.
I
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not good at math. Like
Me neither.
I am not the stereotype. So
Me
sorry.
neither.
Mental math. Bye.
Right. Like even though
We
we
have
did that
phones.
all day in high school, I'm just like, no, still nothing. It didn't
No, we
click.
have phones for that now. Like
Yes,
I don't
exactly.
have to do mental math. Thank you. Ah,
2 plus 2 is 3. Oh, 4. Sorry.
oh,
Thank you for
it's
that.
four.
Thank you.
Thank you for the visual. Oh my gosh. So you went to like private school when you were in the Philippines.
Yeah, I think
Like
it was
like
called St. Louis School, something like that.
like
Yeah.
a lot of Filipinos. I just like wearing uniforms so that I don't have to think of what you're gonna wear to school. Cause like that's a hassle. Like thinking of what you're gonna wear to school every day. I'm like, can I
Mm-mm.
just not have a uniform?
Exactly. Like you know what to do, you just go. And you can sleep in.
Exactly.
Like you never have to like wake up early to like decide for the day. You just sleep in, put on your clothes, get on the tricycle, you're gone.
Get to go in. Get to go in.
Get going.
Speaking of Philippines, does your Filipino heritage ever influence your art? And if so, how?
Mm, I guess so. Like I guess being a Filipino itself is like an identity. So like kind of like trying to I guess just being myself, my Filipino self, is already informing a lot of like my art practices. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know, just the fact that being Filipino is like Maribeth says, like very community oriented and all that. So I tend to gravitate around like performances when I'm with community. Like I got the taste of being like a solo artist or like being performed as solo, but like it wasn't my jam. Like I like dancing with people, but like I don't like the thing is when it does become like a group thing, I don't like when the whole group does the same thing. So it's like when the group thing and then like yeah, it's very community, but like you're in an individual in the community. And I feel like that's very like Filipino. They like in the Filipino culture, they let you be what you are kind of thing.
Mhm.
Well, kind of. There's things on top of that, but yeah. I guess in culturally, I guess I didn't really grow up in the Philippines, so I wouldn't kind of know what that would mean in that context to like have like Filipino culture into my art.
Yeah.
I did learn about like history and stuff, but not enough to like be confident enough to like make it like a conscious choice in my art making. So yeah. So I guess being Filipino is how it's part of my art.
Love that. Speaking of your art, I think we should take a look at a little montage. A
Okay.
little montage of your little not not little, but a little montage of your work.
A
Let's
little
see it.
nostalgia, a little trip
Yeah.
to the
And feel
past.
free to talk about the pictures while it's
Sure. Oh my
showing.
God,
Yeah.
cute photo. This is from a recent production we're working on right now, actually, called Body and Light for Winnipeg's Contemporary Dancers. Coming soon. Same picture. But yeah, that was the pink shirt was like in rehearsal. These are like the promo shots.
Bro.
So cute. Yeah, this show is actually going to come out in June for for internet peoples. We were going to have a show in live, but Miss COVID happened and
And
that's
she's still
not looking.
here.
She's
And
still
she's still here.
here. She's still messing up everyone's timelines.
Yeah. Body and light. Yeah.
Body and
Something
light.
to look out for, people.
These costumes actually so cute, made for us, tailored for us by Wanda Farian, right down to the underwear. Like that underwear matches the same color as my mask. Like so good.
I love that
Yeah,
monochromatic moment. Yes.
super cute.
Again, to all the audience, if you have any questions for Mark, feel free to comment down below. Or I don't know where the comment section is. So just
Ooh,
ask
this
questions.
photo is
Yay.
in Mexico. In my graduating year, we traveled to Mexico to present a whole bunch of works from the school's repertoire.
Ooh.
It was set up by a graduate from the year before, Ilse
Mm-hmm.
Torres Scar. Ilse Torres Orozco. Oh, it's me again. This is me in David Monk's work. This is me in Harold's work. This is a photo of me in school. So yeah, I went to the School of Contemporary Dancers with all these amazing dancers. So cool. We presented this in Toronto.
Wow.
This is a work by Helen Huzak, Dancer Studio West in Calgary. Same show as that one with the black bells. Super cool. I was gonna end up in Calgary actually, but stayed in Winnipeg. Lucas is Lonely by Jasmine Ellis, and she works from somewhere in Germany, I forget. This is in Mexico. I traveled to Mexico and made a dance with all these people. This is Weather Parade. We're actually in production for this right now. We're doing a show, we're rehearsing it, and yeah, with COVID, we don't know if we're going to present it to a live audience or postpone until we can get like a live audience then. Yeah, all
Mm.
these amazing people. I love them so much. So yeah, this show is like multi-generational, all abilities. Not everyone is a dancer. Arn is like a actor, but he dances real well. He's so cool.
Wow.
Cool.
Love it. Love it. I love it.
Wow. That was a nice
What
trip
a
back.
little trip down memory lane for you there. Ah. So like during this whole pandemic, like it
Mhm.
looks like and sounds like you work with a lot of people, right? So how did that work out, especially during the start of pandemic when lockdown first happened, and
Mhm.
how did that work out for you?
The stuff that we were working on before, a lot of it was before the pandemic, and then when the pandemic hit, we had to like really take into account social distancing and how many people can meet at one time. So instead of having a rehearsal with like everybody, it became like a rehearsal with like another person or just like three people, like in pods almost. And we had masks and hand sanitizers every time. We had our own hand sanitizer spray bottles, and we had like our own corners to sit in. It's very just like you go in, but you never actually touch anyone, and then you go back out. It's amazing. Like the all the things that needed to have done to like get everyone in the studio. I'm just so appreciative that everyone made all this work out so we can all work. It's really nice. So very grateful that I was able to work. Yeah, more than 6 feet apart. It was just like we ain't taking any risks.
I think that BAHAY PERLAS, that is the rehearsal space that we
Mhm,
use for our Young Lungs residency.
mhm. The Rachel Brown Theater.
Yes, it was
Mhm.
awesome there. But then we
It's a
got
great space.
scolded because Fortuna wore heels and she scratched up the well, no, okay, I
It's
wore
okay.
heels too. So
The
but
floors
that's
are
a
always fine.
no-no. That's a no-no.
Now we know.
Now we know. We stop. My goodness. Oh, yeah. You also did a Young Lungs residency.
Hmm.
Yeah, tell us about that too.
It was with my dear friends, Neela Holly. They are super cool. They like arranged everything. Like they're the ones that made the grant and did everything. They're the mind of everything. So they got us the grant, and it was work with Emily Solstice. So the three of us, Emily Solstice, Neela, and myself, and we just got together and kind of like at the beginning of the pandemic, we just kind of wanted to know, research what collaboration meant and how three different distinct people will just get together and how that act of being together can make a performance. And we had to like really just pivot and make it an online thing. So when we presented at the end of our research series, it was an online and we tried to get the audience and like we had ideas of like having audience involvement and everything, but like since it was online, it kind of got very tech heavy. So we applied. Neela applied for another grant to have us research it further and then to eventually present it, and we got those grants. So sometime from now until like the next year, we'll eventually have a performance to offer a public audience when we can to like just yeah to dance. It's very just like how can we make a performance where the audience will feel involved, like or want to feel involved with us dancing. So that's in the works.
Loves it. And KILUSAN says, congratulations. Yeah.
KILUSAN!
Yo. I have a question. Oh, look, there's a question. Do you still do pole dancing? You
Girl,
pole dance?
I tried that once, so it's technically not like I've been pole dancing. I literally pole dance on street signs more than I do an actual pole dance or a pole. But yeah, like I saw Lady Fortuna, I was like creeping her for the longest time. It's like, girl, I want to do that. I want to do that so bad. And then the pandemic hit, and I'm just like, "Ugh, when I can, I'll get there." But yeah, that is definitely something I want to do because that is strength and beauty and like it's everything.
I
That's so sick.
it's very athletic.
Yeah.
Not surprisingly, because I know it takes a lot of muscle, but my gosh,
Mhm.
like a lot of strength, athleticism, and I'm like, thanks, but not about that life.
Yeah. Yeah, so would love to do that once we get the ball rolling again.
Right? Speaking, okay, what is the dance move or like favorite dance move that makes you go crazy when a performer or even like a drag queen
Hmm.
performs it on stage? Like,
Okay.
what's that one move that you're like, yes?
I'm gonna do okay, it goes like this. It literally is like when they slow the fuck down. Like it's lit and then they go
And then they just,
and then
highlight.
the whole world stops just because they commanded it. That is power. That is my favorite thing. You don't got to do anything fancy. You just gotta be in the moment. That's everything. A park
Totally
and bark kind of bitch.
unexpected.
You just park there. This is me. This is my moment.
Oh my, yo, I totally say that I'm a park and bark queen. I'm like, yeah, just look at me and you're good. Ah,
Then you're my favorite.
I'll remember that. So growing up,
Hmm.
who were your favorite dancers? Or were there even any dancers that you were like that really stands out to you when you were a kid that you remember?
I was really obsessed with So You Think You Can Dance. I thought that was like the pinnacle of dancing. I still kind of do, or I don't know. I don't really watch it anymore, but like, yeah, just people kind of just like going out to compete and showing how well they can dance. That really gave me energy. But now I'm just like, yeah, dance is dance. But um, Keon, I think, was the very first kind of dancer that I really like. I don't know if he was like season 9 or 11 or so. He was way back in my childhood. But yeah, he was something that was like, it was also because he was brown. He was like brown skinned, and I was like, oh, cool, not a white guy. So yeah.
Nice. Who are your dream collaborators for a dance number?
Mm. So I'm gonna
Like
like
shoot for the stars.
Hmm. Well, like I don't really like have specific people in mind, but my dream collaborate, like I'd love to collaborate with people that don't think they can dance. Because I would love to prove them wrong. It's like you can fucking dance. I need to stop swearing. You can dance. So I would love to dance with anyone that thinks that they can't dance because you're lying and I must prove it.
True that. What is one of the tricks to learning choreography? And this question is like also selfishly for me because I am not
Mhm.
great at like taking in choreography.
Me
Very
neither.
slow. very I am very slow and things need to be broken down a lot for me.
Mhm.
So how what's a trick
Okay.
to learning choreography?
Let me preface this. In contemporary dance, when we create like a show, that takes like 3 months maybe to like get choreography down. When you go to a class, they give you an hour. They give you an hour to like learn a whole minute of dancing. I was never good at that. But something that really helped me was if you create like a narrative for the moves. So it's like, oh, this looks like you're hammering something. So like you hammer, then you hat. Like if you just kind of like put a story into the moves and then you know that story by heart, it's easier to kind of just like think of that than think of the moves, you know? Think of the story
Oh.
than the moves. And then you'll get choreography down. Try it.
Oh, I'm gonna try that for the next choreo I have to learn.
You'll be so amazed. And then even then, like it'll give you liberty to like just own that choreography and make it yourself or make that move your own. So yeah, it's a great tip.
I love that. Okay, I'm gonna totally
Hmm.
like use that tip now because I feel like I really need it.
Yeah. And it makes it personal for you. So then like the audience will always be captured by you because then they'll know that you are thinking of a story inside your head. Like they'll know your involvement with the choreography instead of just doing moves. Like that could be a
Mm.
thing. Like if that's your thing, do the moves one after the other, sure. But like if there's a story, like if there's a narrative inside you going on, the audience will feel that. They'll love you. They'll automatically love you.
That's something to keep in mind, people. Ugh. Wow, I'm learning a lot of things today. Yes, learning a lot of things. Tell us about the upcoming things you are working days.
So yeah, the first thing is like body and light. That's something that we've been working on since pre-pandemic. Um, we are filming it this coming week. We're filming on Wednesday and Thursday, and then that's gonna come out for digital streaming sometime in June, the beginning of June. And then around that time, if our dates stay the same, would be productions for Weather Parade Dance Theater. So this would be a performance that takes place at Broadway Neighborhood Center, somewhere in the West End by the Legislative or around that area. So that's going to be happening if the pandemic doesn't like decide to X that. And then sometime from now till September, or I guess in September would be when the show would happen. My friends and I from dance school are gonna put on a show. We're working on it now. Haven't started yet, but we will. Or part of it would be the research from Young Lungs. So we're gonna continue that and then present something from that sometime in September. And then in September, I'm gonna be working with Ali Robson to present something maybe in the new year. So there's a whole bunch of things. I have no specific dates just because like it's impossible right now to like have specific dates for anything. But
Hmm.
a lot in works. So it's I don't know. I'll post about it on Instagram if it's the thing.
Yes, and what is your Instagram handle where people can follow
My
you?
Instagram handle is not dot Tao. So I'm just like not human or not God. Apparently Tao is like a religious thing. So it's like I'm not a human because online what I present is just a curated version of myself. It's not the human of me. If you want to see me in person. But yeah, online I'm not Tao.
Love it. Few questions before we go, and these are the questions that I ask everybody. What makes you feel beautiful?
I love this. What makes me feel beautiful is when I can make you feel beautiful.
Yes, love that. And
Yeah.
what makes you feel proud to be Filipino?
Girl, knowing how to make adobo and everyone like that shit, you gotta know how to make the food. That's
I
the
love
best part
it.
about Filipino culture. Yeah.
Ah, that was so good. Thank you so much, Mark, for joining me tonight. Like, thank you.
Thank you.
I learned a lot of stuff.
Girl, let's
You
do this
are
more
a
often.
star.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for joining me.
Thank you so much.
If you're just tuning in, that was just Mark Dela Cruz, amazing dancer, performer. And I am Special K, and you're watching Bahay Perlas Live presents K's Corner, a night of stars. If you haven't yet, why don't you subscribe to our YouTube? Follow us on Instagram, Bahay Perlas, at Special KYWG, at The Only Lady for Tuna, at Unit Productions. How about that? How about that? Follow us so you can, be updated on everything Bahay Perlas. Whatever we're doing, we're posting about it for sure. Mostly in our stories because I'm lazy. Nope. Mostly in our stories because that's where I post. And our next guest, I feel like I have to take a moment. Take a moment and just prepare myself. prepare myself for our last guest of the night because I am such a big fan of Broadway and just like so much of my childhood is shaped by musical theater. And like I'm gonna need the sponge again because I'm probably gonna cry. No, I'm not gonna cry. No, I'm not gonna cry. Introduction. Our next guest is Andrea Macasaet. She stars in the Broadway musical Six. She is a musical theater star. She also appeared in the Six tour at American Repertory Theater, Chicago Shakespeare Theater, Ordway Theater, and the Citadel Theater. Canadian credits include Heathers the Musical, Avenue Q, the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Prairie Nurse, Miss Saigon, Canadian National Tour of Bubble Guppies Live, Ready to Rock. Ah, I love it. She's also the creator of Beltfest, a musical showcase celebrating Winnipeg's finest Filipino voices, and offers free world in Mexico City. Please welcome Andrea Macasaet. Sorry, I did a little yell.
First of all, I love this intro music. Also, I was watching Mark's interview and I saw how beautiful his background looked. And then I was like, I definitely screwed up on my background. I did not spread it out accordingly. So you're going to get this.
Oh my gosh. Andrea, welcome to the show. Welcome
oh my God. Thank you for having me.
Live. I'm not gonna yell that high again because I'm gonna lose my voice.
It's a good vocal warm-up though. I do it all the time.
Oh my gosh, yes, maybe I should do it more often then. Andrea, I am very, very, very excited to have you on the show. I am like, hello, hi, yes, you're here. You're here.
So excited to be here.
We're in the same city, like we're in like 100-mile radius somewhere here. And yes, welcome to Bahay Perlas Live. I'm sure a lot of people watching already know you, because you're Broadway.
Fun.
Loves it. Oh my gosh. What was your earliest memory or introduction to like musicals? I'm so curious.
The first like production that I did was through church. It was through my singing teacher. She was music directing Celebrate Jesus. And I was a little angel.
Ooh.
And she gave me my first solo. That was my first kind of intro to what, like a stage production looked like and what it felt to like create one and be a part of one. So I was maybe in the second grade, maybe first grade, I don't know. And then my first, show was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And I was a part of like the children's chorus. And I got to do, and it was so exciting because I got to spend, an entire summer with my singing friends. So friends that I would only see like once a week. Now we get to see each other every day and we sing and we just like hang out backstage until it's time to like go be a chorus kid. That was those were my first memories of
Oh my gosh.
Musical theater.
Somebody saying, wasn't it Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat? Love it.
Yeah.
They know all about you. Oh my gosh. Mine was totally like my dad would play like the soundtrack for Evita.
Oh.
When we were younger, that's like my earliest memory of something
Yeah.
even close to like musical theater was like my dad playing
What's new? Buenos Aires.
Oh my god. Yes, and he would play it on our console and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. That was a lot. That was the kind of music my dad was playing.
I love that.
So you were on stage as a young kid. What attracted you to performing or just being on stage as a kid?
I think I started singing very, very young. My family would always tell me like the first notes I ever sung were like from Barney because I would watch it so much. So I think when my parents realized, oh, she likes to sing, it's kind of when they pushed for talent shows when if I was able to join them. So I would, enter in these like local Filipino singing competitions. And that was kind of like how, my love for singing then turned into, oh, I want to do this all the time.
I love that. Speaking of those contests, like in what aspects has competing in Winnipeg singing contest prepared you for being on a Broadway stage? I'm sure they don't. Sorry, I'm sure they don't judge you by how high you can sing like, on Broadway. Because I feel like Filipino singing contests are like they only clap when you're like.
I know singing and literally Filipino singing competitions are like just like.
Who can sing the highest?
Can they go higher? Who can sing the highest?
Yeah.
Who can reach that note? She sang it one way. Let's see if this person can do it this way. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. How has Winnipeg singing competitions how have they prepared me for the Broadway stage? I don't know if anything can really prepare you for Broadway because, man, when you get there, it's just like, it's a whole other thing. But I will say that, being a competition kid and growing up, you know, performing on stages and competing, that did help me in terms of just like knowing how to present to an audience and just stage presence overall. I think by doing it almost like all the time, helped me, you know, really get in my body when I'm on stage. From like in like a performance standpoint. I think from a human standpoint, I've actually had to unlearn a lot from being, you know, a competition kid and then going into specifically this role that I have in Six. And what I've learned in my experience with Six the Musical is that it is totally okay and safe for you to feel whatever it is you're feeling. And, you know, I used to think like, this is a competition. I have to go in and book. I have to be better than this and better than this. And it actually isn't about that at all.
So they're two totally different beasts. Competitions and musical theater.
They are. They really, really are. And
So,
both are intense. And I love both.
Do you feel like you have to be in two different mindsets for the two things?
No, not for me. I think a performance is a performance. I will give you everything that I have, competition or not.
Yeah. 100. Give it your 100%.
Always.
Oh my gosh. I love stalking people on social media. And
Okay.
I love stalking people that are talented on social media. That's why hence all the guests for this show, you know. Hello. And the most recent thing I saw on social media about you is hello, Rise Musical Theater Company. Oh my gosh. Can you talk about that a bit?
Yes. Oh my goodness. So I am the head of voice in Rise Musical Theater Company here in Winnipeg. And what it is a musical theater intensive where IMPOC artists are prioritized and are given the opportunity to submit, audition, and receive training from professionals in the industry. Right now, we have Katie German, head of acting, Rachel McLaren, and Alvin Ailey, like danseur, who's here in Winnipeg, and she's head of dance right now. Joseph Civillo, obviously the creator of Rise, and he's taking on teaching musical theater, and I take on vocal performance. It is incredible. We have 16 artists working with us for the next 2 weeks, and they get training every single day for free.
How would you describe the kind of talent that you have come across here in Winnipeg?
In the last year, so much. And I don't like the Winnipeg talent is no joke. Like I don't like people are always like, Winnipeg. But actually, it's the people from Winnipeg who are really slaying the game. And for whatever reason, we're all coming from here. And I think it's the city of the underdogs. It's like we have so many people who have been overlooked, and they haven't had the opportunities, or they haven't had the funds to receive training or whatever it may be, who are just not getting the opportunities to be seen. And there's so many of us like that. So in creating Rise and creating Beltfest, it gives the opportunity to those people to say, hey, look at me, I'm here.
Yes. I feel like, yeah, the creation of Rise and your creation of Beltfest, it really shone a light to how much talent is in our city. And it's just, thank you. Hashtag thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Hashtag thank you. Thank you for the spotlight, you know? Like, what was the experience like mounting a show like Beltfest?
So dreamy. So dreamy. I loved it so much. Everything from the mentorship sessions that I got with each artist, to the breakthroughs that they would have in our coachings, to then seeing all their faces on one of the most iconic stages in Winnipeg, getting them to sign their names in the dressing rooms on like the walls, watching all of that happen for them, and then like taking it all in, it was incredible. And then to have them be exactly who they are on stage and present songs that, you know, actually means something to them, that they've now found a connection to, or have found a way to feel like super confident in themselves in. It was excellent. I'd do it over and over again.
I love that. And I did watch it. I did watch it I did watch Belfast live. I was there in the audience, and I was like, it felt like just all the seeing the audience, like the families like looking up at their kid performing, and just like watching them awe for all those people up on the stage was like what a wonderful sight. Like it was like another,
it's impactful. It's a big deal. And I think within like the Filipino community, like I would say it's hard to convince parents and families that, you know, being a musician or a singer or an actor is something that you want to do for like your way of living. That it's not just a hobby, that you want to pursue it. And it's always like, well, are you going to be an artista in the Philippines or what? Like, no, like I want to do theater. It's always such a tricky, not even tricky, it's just hard.
Yeah. It's difficult subject to broach.
And I think the more that they see like families who've immigrated to Canada, obviously to give their loved ones a better life. It is scary to be like, oh, now you want to go be an actor? Like what? How? But the more that they see it, the more that they believe it. And then it's like it's actually tangible. Like, oh, my kid is on that stage singing.
They can do it.
Okay, they can do it. Like it's just, yeah, I think that's the way it goes.
Yeah. And I loved that you have created an opportunity for parents and for families to be able to have that kind of moment to see their children or to see their loved ones up on a stage like that. And thank you. I loved it.
No.
One of the things that I'm super curious about is being a performer during the age of social media and the internet.
Mhm.
What is it like being on a like national or international platform, like being on like Cast of Six? And I don't know if you've even seen these, but there's like, you know, like Broadway fan pages on Instagram and on TikTok, and you have like little compilations of you with their favorite moments of you on stage. Like, what's that like for you?
It's oh, it is. It's weird.
Those like little videos that are titled like Andrea Macasaet being adorable for 2 minutes straight. Like I know if you've seen those on like YouTube or TikTok, because I have.
Oh my god. I try to like I try to not look. The thing is, like when I see you know what? I love the fan art and things like that. I'm always just so blown away. Like I'm like, how people take time out of their days to draw me. And I don't even know how to like I'm blown away. I'm speechless over that stuff. And then when people like make videos of me, like take time to edit videos and do that stuff, I'm speechless. And I say it's weird because I think like I don't think of myself as like a celebrity. I don't. I'm not that. I'm not. I'm like a potato. Today I put on makeup. Not even. Like I literally like I was like looking at myself in the mirror. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be talking to Special K and I look like a potato. I'm gonna put some color on my lips just so I can like maybe keep up. But I don't think of myself as this like I don't know icon. I hate that word. It's weird. Yeah.
But
it's
do you like interacting with like Broadway fans or fans of this show on like social media?
I do. I really do. They are
Joseph, hi.
Oh my gosh. Hi. I do. I really love connecting with the fans of the show or the fans of me. It is it's so heartwarming, and I don't think I would have, gotten through this pandemic without their love and without their support, because a lot of my strength, a lot of my resilience came from people who have been so gracious with their support for me and for the show. And it's really, really incredible. So I love to connect with with all of the fans whenever I can. And this pandemic has given me the opportunity to do just that. I don't think I would have had the opportunity to host lessons or meet and greets or Q&As if I was doing a Broadway show. So
Yes. If there was ever like a dream role, like regardless of like of whatever, anything, like what is a one role that you like would love to play?
I have so many. I have so many. One that I'm really, really feeling right now. I really, really want to play. What's it called? I really want to play Christine Daae in Phantom of the Opera. Only because
Hi, ho,
I was just listening to like some videos. It changes all the time. Like last week, I was really into Kathy from the last 5 years. Today, for some reason, I'm feeling Phantom of the Opera. I would love to play that role. I don't know if I ever could, but like,
yes, yeah, right. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get to my selfish questions because I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time with you. I'm gonna ask some things that can apply to me. So,
of course.
What is your trick to memorizing music and lyrics?
I sing it over and over again. There's no trick.
Just repetition.
Yeah.
Until
I
it's
listen
in
to
your blood.
it. I listen to it. I'll like listen to one part, sing it, then go to the next part, sing it. It's just listening and singing over and over again. No trick. I wish I had a trick.
Will be. There is always a Rusical challenge on RuPaul's Drag Race every season.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for a drag queen who wants to excel at that challenge?
I think it's just about being confident in your performance. Even if you don't know the lyrics. Even if like your dancing is like all over the map. You commit.
Yeah.
Like
Commit.
100%.
Give it 100%.
Like fall over, mess up words. It's okay. I meant to do that.
Because they don't know that.
Choice.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I think that we should see a little compilation of your work right now.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say a compilation of like the YouTube video thing. I was like, what?
No, just a little montage of your work.
Oh my God.
Oh, please feel free to like have some commentary on the pictures.
Okay, this was the first day that I got into New York. Me and my mom went to Times Square and finally saw the billboard and the theater. So this was outside our theater.
Oh.
And I remember my mom going there and crying. This is from Chicago. This is, one of our first photo stage.
How can you tell?
Chicago, oh my God. Now the picture is everywhere.
Oh my God.
This photo coming up
Mhm.
is that's from the Broadway. As you can see, the costume is updated. This photo, oh my gosh, is from I Propose We Never See Each Other Again After Tonight. I played Agnes Dela Cruz. She was the older Ate in the show. She was the one getting married and having the wedding social. She was a spice gasket. She was very spicy to play.
I love that.
Raised. Yeah.
Heather's
the musical. And then we have, yes, Heather's. I did love that role. I did love playing her. I think if I ever played Heather's again, I'd want to try doing Veronica.
Yeah.
Just so I could sing that juicy dead girl walking song. What is this? Oh my goodness, look at Hazel!
Hello!
This was our interview for Barangay Canada in promoting Beltfest. And then this is my Beltfest cast. Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh, that was such a good summer.
Nice. Ah! Loves it.
So good. That was so good. Oh, all those memories. They make me so happy.
Oh my gosh. I want to throw it to the audience and audience, if you have any questions for Miss Andrea, comment down below. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Let's make it interactive.
Yes. Do I get to see their questions?
Yes, if we have any questions, we'll pop it up on the screen. People are just saying they want to cry. Yes.
Okay, no problem, Maddie.
They just want to cry. I meant best advice. Yes. See, we're learning advice. Yes. I saw an earlier question. Let's see here. Ooh. New comments. Yes. You're not gonna I don't know if you're gonna like it. How does one show Andrea fan art that they made?
I see all the photos that I'm tagged in, on Instagram. If you tag me in the photo, don't at me, actually tag me in the photo, then it'll come up on my photos of you thing. And then that's how I see it. But sometimes when people don't at me. But sometimes when people DM me I'm sorry, not sorry about sometimes they don't go through my DMs. It takes a long time for me to do it. Just because it gets overwhelming.
Anyways, do you have anything coming up that you would like to share with everyone?
Oh my goodness. What do I have coming up? I just did a virtual concert with Rainbow Stage and the Dash Foundation. That's on the YouTube. It's called Resilience if you want to watch it. I sing a new song from the musical Mabuhay. So that's super fun. Some new music. What else do I have? I have a dance class tomorrow. It's a 6-themed dance class through Broadway Plus. If you want to come dance, you can dance.
Yeah.
And then next week, I have a free vocal masterclass with I have a free vocal masterclass on May 2nd. The info is in my Instagram story. And then I'm teaching lots. So book a lesson, book a meet and greet.
Perfect. And obviously, everyone can follow you on your Instagram, Andrea.Cecil?
Cecile.
Cecile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, follow. And I guess follow Beltfest while you're at it too. Come on. Yeah.
Yes, you can follow Beltfest, YWG.
Yeah. Oh my God. We got a great question pop up. What has the role of Anne Boleyn taught you?
What has the role of AB taught me? She has taught me to be unapologetic for who I am. I think that's the biggest thing. She's so fearless and so bold, and she's taught me how to just lean into those traits too.
Yes. And Joseph asks, what would be your drag name?
My drag name. Okay, this is my. Okay, it's so. Okay. I really want my drag name to be Sparkle.
Sparkle. Oh my gosh. I love that. Sparkle.
Like still spelt sparkle, but like.
But say it, Sparkle.
Yeah.
Sparkle. Stay true to who your roots. Sparkle.
That's my name.
Last two questions that I ask all the guests of Case Corner.
Okay, wanna love that.
Oh my gosh, can you harmonize it with me?
Okay, 5, 6, 7.
Case Corner. What makes you feel beautiful?
Oh, what makes me feel beautiful? Honestly, when I feel my most beautiful when I am loved and accepted exactly who I am, for exactly who I am and what I am at that present time. So if I'm a hot mess, no makeup, hair not washed, like when I feel like no one cares, loves me, and then someone just makes me feel, whether it's my sister, my parents, my family, my friends, and they make me feel like I'm enough as just like whatever I'm bringing to the table. That's when I feel like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay.
And what makes you feel proud to be Filipino?
Ooh, what makes me proud to be Filipino? Man, there's so much. I feel like a lot of who I am comes from the solid the foundations that Filipinos teach you. And growing up in our culture, there are obviously some things that we are trying to break and shake now, but sometimes like the roots of our culture, I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of the importance that we put on family, the importance that we put on having faith, and it's nice to have a good support system, whether it's a Filipino community doesn't have to be your family. Like, but I feel like as Filipinos, we are always just like drawn to one another to just like we like congregate for some reason, and we're like, yeah. But yeah, and just like the hard work and the drive that Filipinos have, the resilience.
Yes.
I'm so proud of that. And I'm so proud to like bring it into my own life and into the lives of my future children and my job and yeah.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Andrea, for joining us tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your night, great rest of your weekend. Thank you for spending time with Bahay Perlas with Special K. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you, fellow queen. Yes. Guys, that was our show for tonight. Thank you for tuning in once again. That was such an amazing show. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you, Leafy Green. We love you too. Mwah. Follow us again on all social media. Bahay Perlas. Special KYWG. The only lady for tuna. Unit Productions. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. That's our show for tonight. When you're here, you're queer. Goodbye.